This quintessential entertainer continues to soar through her music, film, television, and theater. So join me, your host, Jermaine Sain, when we speak with Chandra Currelley.
Sitting looking crazy, ooh, 'cause I lost my baby. Everyone can see there's something missing in me.
What's the word today? Bring to life what you say when we speak.
Molten Nahiwat, Memilas Ich Nacho.
It happens in time, the new age sublime when we speak. Clean crystal glass, life all won't last.
Death and life
When we
are in the
speak.
power of the tongue.
Got a reel for you. Understand more the truth when we speak. When we speak.
You know, it is really a excitement going through my body right now just to meet you. And I was just telling you a few minutes ago that you were on my list of people that I wanted to meet. And so now to see that list, that name go from just a name on the paper to actually on When We Speak is like such an honor. It is such an honor.
It's an honor for you to feel that way about me.
Like I told you, I'm trying to be like you. You know, I see you got your little white on,
You
like
see?
I got my white on.
We work it out.
But you wear it better than I do.
No.
Yeah, you wear it
You
better
know
than I
what to
do.
say though. That's all I
I know what to say.
Make a lady feel good.
So I guess we should just jump right into, you know, your early beginnings.
Okay.
One of the things as I was researching you, I found out that in an interview you said that, like a lot of people, you started in the church, but you didn't quite start in the choir like most singers do.
No.
So how did you, well, most people, even myself, we get our skills from being in the choir, even though sometimes it's not the best of choirs, but that's usually where we get our first practice.
Right.
So how did you get your first practices in, or how did you hone your craft, not singing in a choir?
Not singing in the choir. You know, I had a grandmother that used to sing the hymns. I think a lot of my spiritualness comes from that. So it really probably didn't matter. I was always going to have that in me. You know, whenever I sang, you could always feel me. And I just remember her taking me to those churches. You know, when they sang, they brought the house down and that kind of stuff. So I never was locked it up. I was always, you know, emotional in my delivery. You know.
Okay.
So when I got the chance, I think people thought that I was a gospel singer. They just automatically thought that you come straight from the church, girl.
Yeah, especially with all that type of emotion. Huh?
Right. I'm like, no, but it's good to think that, you know, because that means that the feeling and the emotion is coming across. That's why I love Aretha Franklin. You know, I mean, she's the only person I think that really the soulness is such a great combination of R&B and gospel. One of the few people that really originate the soul label.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to do. People try, but you know, that woman is incredible.
Yeah, she's great now.
Yes.
Almost as great as you.
Don't stop.
That is until I meet her, then I'll say something.
That's right. You know what I tell somebody, but you know I didn't mean that.
Yeah, I didn't really mean that.
Yeah, but she'll beat you down.
Wow. So, but you know, one of the right now we're in Atlanta, and you, well, at least right now, live in Atlanta.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
Now, how did you get to Atlanta? Because you're originally from Jacksonville, Florida.
That's right.
And you sang in SOS band.
That's right.
How did you get to Atlanta?
Well, my family moved here when I was at an early age.
Okay.
And I'm so glad because I really don't think I'd be doing what I'm doing had I not moved to Atlanta because I wouldn't have met the people who influenced me.
Wow.
You know, so that was something that was in divine order. Yes.
Yeah, wow. I always tell the story about me that Atlanta was the place that I always wanted to live as a child. Okay, so let's talk about SOS Band just for a moment because you know we know it's all about Chandra right now. But let's touch on the SOS Band a little bit.
Okay.
With the SOS Band during their peak, there were a lot of bands out at that time, and I think that bands represented, well, in the R&B soul type of world, that they had a good representation, because there was a lot of them. And today I don't quite see as many in the R&B genre or the soul genre or even jazz sometimes. Why do you think that is?
You know, all I know is when we start mixing things up, like the definition of things, like a band is not like a boy singing group. You know, it becomes confusing as to people's place. You know, because when you said band, you meant people who played instruments. So when you start taking away what people can understand, where a band is like an instrument, or is it like a singing group? I think we start getting in trouble, and so those things seem to go away because we're going for the trend. I miss seeing musicians, and I would listen to, like, when you listen to old school, you'll start singing the licks. You don't even, not even singing licks, like the instrument, like a bass, boom, boom, boom. You do that, but you don't do that today. You know, not really. You know what I'm saying? And so even in that, it had its own personality. You know, so I think we lose the personality of the music when we don't identify with the instruments. And I think a lot of it happened too. At a certain time, they took music out of the schools. You know, so we lost people learning how to play instruments, and that's what sampling and all that came about, which was a whole nother creative thing. It's just creative how we do things. It's just remarkable. It's like you take that away from me, but I'm gonna still make it happen. You know what I mean? And so now today we have hip hop and everything else because of it, but it was supposed to evolve regardless of them taking it away. So I think that's part of a lot of it, because a lot of those bands, they got together like they were in high school and stuff like that, and they would play together, play in the garage and that kind of stuff. So we don't have that. I think it's a movement that's happening right now to get people back into having instruments again, so hopefully we'll have some really great bands coming up in the future.
Hopefully so. Hopefully so. One of the things you were talking about, kind of an evolution, well, you didn't say the word, but kind of an evolution of how things evolve. One of the things that has evolved in entertainment, particularly in music, is that it's not quite as vital to have that big machine behind you anymore as far as like a major record label. And with you having such longevity in this industry, how has that, I guess, non-validity of having a major label changed your path or modified your path along your career?
Well, I love the fact about independent artists, because like an artist like me, who at one time it had been over because the majors just were not going to touch you after you get to a certain point. Even our greats, after they get to a certain age, they can't get them to really push them anymore because they're looking for the new best thing. So for people who have an audience who've been doing this, the audience still can connect with them and still can support them. That social media has been such a blessing. It works either way, but the thing about it is you look for the part that has been the positive part, and I think they outweigh the bad parts.
I've had a chance to meet you twice. You may not remember, but I've actually met you twice, and I've experienced a concert with you twice.
Yes.
And one of the things I noticed was that you definitely use live music.
Yes.
What do you usually consider when you're considering, let's say, a band, not a band, but a musician or a background singer?
Well, that's interesting you should say that. But I'm looking for somebody that's versatile.
So you're looking for a background singer? Is that why you
said
said
I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm always looking.
In line.
See, I do ask that for nothing. But I look for people who are versatile. That means that they can play different genres of music, because that's who I am, and who are not scared. Okay. That means you step out on faith. When something's happening in the music, you don't deny it. Because you're so sure of who you are that if it happens, you can control it. I always tell people, when you sing in the spirit, that's why it's so good for singers to warm up, because you don't know what's going to happen in the moment, and you want the vessel to be able to handle the supernatural. Y'all want to sing that with me? good. Woo. Y'all better cut it out and get your own gig. Thank you.
How do you really allow yourself to get to that point where you let the true gift that's inside of you really take control of you? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's about trust. You know, like if you trust yourself, and like I said, when you know your craft and you know you worked at it, and because you got to go to another level, so you can't do what you've just been doing all the time. So you got to trust yourself. If I do something else, I'll be able to handle it. It really has a lot to do with being confident.
Yeah, that's the big key.
Yes.
That's a big
you have to
key.
be confident.
Yeah, definitely.
Because some mistakes are like, geez.
And you have to move on from them.
Yeah.
After they've happened, you can't take them back. So
But you know, sometimes they happen and you fix them, and then you go like, wow, I didn't know I could do that. You know what I mean?
Have you ever had those mistakes that you made the mistake and you know it's a mistake, but it's like so awesome.
You got to make it something. Yeah, it's got to make it something great. It's like, okay, well, I can do that, but I can do this.
Wow.
You know, because you get like old jazz players, and they'll be playing something. You know, they know they played the wrong thing, but it's good because they did something with it. Mm-hmm. That's how growth is. You just got to go with the pain. You got to go with the ugly stuff sometimes. The pretty stuff.
Sometimes the ugly stuff is the pretty stuff.
You better say that, and I love that.
Wow. You know, one of the things that I love is I love going to shows and I love supporting everybody, which is why I do Women Speak, because I believe in helping people. And I believe that one day, somebody help me too. You never know. And so I love to support indie music. I love to support live music especially. When it comes to live music and live music venues, I see that a lot will be here one moment, then they're gone the next day. What do you think is something that a live music supporter could do to flourish the live music scene in their city?
Yeah, well, the best thing you could do is to come out and support it. But a lot of times what happens is, because sometimes, like you said, you go somewhere and it's like packed or whatever. It has to do not just with them, but the venue and the people that, run the venue, because it's just a building and it has to have a personality. And then sometimes it's just not a good relationship. All I know is, people who love music just should always support it. Just, go out and take people with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't come yourself, like, bring a group of people with you.
Right, as many as you can.
Yes.
That artists are a direct representation of the times. I think that, whether it's their own personal time or whether it's the world time that we're living in right at this moment, what does Chandra represent?
To be relevant. Because to be relevant means you're timeless.
I like that.
So I'm really thankful for my longevity. I mean, I really feel blessed and honored, that, I'm chosen to have the strength to do it. Because, you can get tired and you can not be as enthusiastic about it anymore, but somehow I still have the energy and I'm still enthusiastic about it, So it's about being relevant, and I just love the fact that I'm still relevant.
Wow, and I think you're going to continue to be relevant. Even for years and years to come, even when you're no longer here, you will continue to be relevant.
Yes.
And I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I wish we had more time, but that is all the time.
We're going to do a show together. So.
Yeah, I'm down for it. Look, I don't even know what camera to look into, but I'm down for it. You heard it. So once again, thank you so much, Chandra. I really enjoyed this, and I can't wait to see you again, hear from you again, go to more shows, and sing with you too.
Yes.
Okay.